Tuesday, and I have decided that because it's Tuesday, and I am choosing for it to be a good day again. It is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful morning. You know that way, like, although it's a summer morning, like it's lovely and sunny, but it almost, when I first went out, because I was doing my check-in photos there, when I first went out, it almost feels a bit like frosty. So in a weird, bizarre way, I'm very excited to... I've got a queue of cats behind me. Can you see? I'm actually really excited to go out and do my ice bath, which I will need to go and do now if I want to stick to my schedule. It's 7:30. I am meeting Mum for breakfast this morning. I also need to go and do 45 minutes of cardio. So by the time I have walked there and, well, walked to the gym and then walked round to Maggie's. Right, I'm going now. Have a good day. Bye. I don't know why I said have a good day. Obviously, I'm going to speak to you again today. I'm tired. Right. Time to take time blocking seriously, of sorts. Mum is away. She only had a few orders to do this morning. We had a lovely, lovely breakfast. I had a bit of a drama, well, not me, but on the time between me walking from the gym group to round to Maggie's where we go for breakfast, there was a girl coming the opposite way from me, and I literally, it was like it happened in slow motion. She was jogging and she obviously like caught her foot or something, literally on her face, and then it was like she kind of scraped along the floor, so when she sat up, like her nose was bursting, she had a big scrape on her chin. Luckily I had tissues in my bag. And Mum's going, that was your good deed for the day. Well, today I'll have done two, because I helped that girl, and then Emma messaged me a wee while ago to say could I go and collect a prescription for her because she's not feeling very well. But it means that I'll be able to, I've somehow managed to accumulate like 8,000 steps already today. Not that I'm complaining, happy with that. But it means that when I walk up and get them, and by the time I take that to her, then I should have basically finished them off. So already have faffed about in the first half an hour of this first block. So I'm going to put this timer on for half an hour, and I am going to make products and see how I get on, and then I'm going to go and sit outside. But I need to remember and put suntan lotion on because this skin is not compatible with the sun. It's lovely and sunny. And I think I'll do another block and then I'll go and get her stuff. And then tonight I am going over to my friend Sam's house for a little while, so that'll be nice. Lee is away, and he was back in Peterborough, but he's now in Leeds. And he's going to be there for at least 4 days.
The links to those are in the description below, so you can go and check those out. Change those when you change the phrase. I love money. Body, it doesn't matter if you're good at dancing, you can tell I'm actually really... He goes, oh, that's what you want. I understand. So, a vision board or a mind movie, and then what you need to do is you need to close in pictures and feelings. And the more you add the feeling to it by the power behind the visual representation and the subconscious...
I have just realised that I kind of mention my skincare products and kind of presume that you know what I'm talking about, but basically White Rabbit Skincare is my business. I literally do absolutely everything apart from things like the marketing, Facebook ads, accounting. I've got some help with that. And Mum obviously packs the orders, but I make all the products from start to finish. And I basically started White Rabbit 10 years ago. So prior to that I had gone through university, and whilst I was at university I got diagnosed with, it's not actually touch wood, it's not too bad at the moment, but I'd got diagnosed with psoriasis, which turns out is hereditary as well, because my nana had it, but it's also, as an autoimmune condition, it's also often triggered by stress. Say that fast. And sometimes when I think I'm not stressed, I end up I know that I'm stressed because I usually break out, and it's typically always, nearly always, oh, excuse me, on my elbows. Sometimes I get some patches like on my chest and whatever, but normally it's my elbows. So when I had been diagnosed with the psoriasis, I went to the doctor, and when I found out that there wasn't like a cure for it, it's just about managing the symptoms really, because as I say, you can't, you don't know when they're going to flare up or whatever else. I was given steroid creams, told to use them for a maximum of a couple of weeks, and because your skin is your body's largest organ and it literally absorbs anything you put onto it, there's a lot of debate about like how much it does actually absorb into your bloodstream, blah 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 blah, but the fact of the matter is, it does. So I thought if there was no cure, then why don't I start making products just for myself, and then I know like how they're made, what ingredients are in them, whether or not they're cruelty free or whatever else, because at the time cruelty free wasn't as strictly monitored or promoted as much as it is now, and vegan was very, very much niche at that point. So I literally, I've still got it actually, I thought I did, maybe I don't. I literally had got myself a make your own skincare book, and a bit like, this is a kind of newer version, a bit like this. And I was just making products for myself at home, and then I approached the Princess Trust and got some funding, which enabled me to work with a local graphic designer, get packaging and everything made, get all my products tested, and basically started like selling them widely. And at this point, it was still very much like a hobby for me, a sideline. And when I got let go from my last job in Christmas of 2016, my initial thought was to get another job, but then I thought, well, everyone kept saying to me, why don't you just work on White Rabbit? So that's what I did. And given me's due, my partner at the time, for all his flaws, at the time he was really good, and he really supported me, and you know, he enabled me to, he helped me a lot, and because he was a joiner, he built me things that I've actually still got today, like one of the racks and stuff in here. And I've never really known what I wanted to do my whole life in terms of a job, but having my own business has made me realise that I can never work for anyone ever again. So that's definitely the be. And I think if you've followed my channel for a while, like, you'll know that I've been in a couple of different like commercial units and stuff. When it was kind of lockdown, later stages of lockdown, I moved out of the unit that I had in Dundonald, and basically I have, I'll show you, transformed what is one of my spare rooms, and it's a riot. So you come in, this is like mum's area, packing area over here. We've got all the products that have been made up go on these racks. More kind of storage down here. This is all the washing up I need to do later on. This is my kind of area where I make the products. So we have like storage up here. Dad put all these shelves up for me. This little cupboard I keep looking at and thinking I need to like clear out and make better use of, because at the moment it's just a bit of a dumping ground. This was the rack that I was talking about that my ex made me. Ingredients racks, more random storage. It's a bit of a, it's not an ideal situation, because if I show you from this end, it's a bit of a riot, but it does this for the moment, and it means that obviously I do kind of struggle slightly with the whole like separating work and home life, but on the flip side of that, it means that if there's anything I need to do, short notice or whatever, I'm here. And I'm really grateful that I've had this like space and availability to do that, because had I not had this spare room, I don't know where I would have went. So yeah, I just thought I would do that little overview, because I was in there making products, and then I was thinking, some people must be watching this being like, why does she keep mentioning a skincare business, or what is White Rabbit Skincare? And if you have any questions, if you want me to do like a specific video around I don't know, business and anything, then leave a comment and I'll put something together or include it in one of my next videos. I decided to come to pick up Emma's prescription, and I decided to take a different route compared to where I would normally take, and it took me the most obscure route, nearly there, but it was quite nice because it took me down where my gran and grandpa used to stay. It's completely different, and it's just nice to see all the different houses and stuff. Right, I am just waiting on my air fryer doing its thing, and although it's currently 15 bajillion degrees outside, I quite fancy attempting to make a coffee. I tried to make one yesterday, like in my coffee machine, and it was a disaster. So let's try again, shall we? I don't know why this is taking forever. The fact that one of my biggest gripes in business is people who, when they want something from you, it has to be done like immediately and to their terms, but there's never any come and go from like my perspective. So for example, HMRC, good old HMRC again, they obviously, things like your taxes, VAT, whatever, like they want it paid like immediately. There's very little leeway if you contact them and ask for some help with regards to, you know, like if you've got a big VAT bill, like splitting it up or whatever. They only really like you doing that once. In the whole history of your business, they would only really want you to do that once. But of course, the minute they want money, they want it immediately. Recently, my new accountant, Kyle, God love him, like he's had a nightmare because my previous accountants were just, they've left, like I'm so annoyed at myself that I didn't like dig in more about it, but they've left my accounts in a complete mess, and something to do with like the P11D thing, that's to do with like, if you've got like a car and whatever through the business. The last few years, like I've had hardly anything to pay, and then I don't know how it's worked out. I've asked them to explain it to me, but basically, like HMRC are saying that I owe them like over a grand and a half. But then Kyle was like, actually they've charged you too much, but it's easier if you just pay it and then we'll get it refunded because it's close to the deadline. And they only sent me the letter reminding me about the P11D, like literally, it was dated sometime in June, but it only got delivered like about a week before the deadline. Rather than me just being like, and if I'm honest, I haven't paid it right now because I'm like, no, I would rather not give you money that I'm going to have to fight to get back that's not even yours. Anyway, I need to go. I am currently, we are running a flash sale on, well, sorry, I just had an email about a meeting on Thursday. Help. I'm running a flash sale on, it's this coming Sunday, so obviously it will have well gone before then. And I need to work out like the discounts and stuff. So I'm going to do that. Hi. This is where the gorilla tripod thing's coming in handy, because you're currently somewhat precariously balancing on top of the sofa. But what day are we on? What day are we on? Wednesday. It is, time check, 11 o'clock. I slept in till 8:30. I woke up at my usual time, and then you know that way when you're just like, I'll just shut my eyes for 5 minutes. And the next thing I know, it's 8:30. My mum's texted me to say, don't get a fright, but I'm on my way around. I'm just coming round to sort the orders before I go and meet the girls for the coffee morning. And I hadn't even got out of bed, and then she come in. And I wasn't like rushing, and I'm still not rushing about because I was meant to have my counselling session this morning, but she has got a hospital appointment. So she offered to do a phone appointment, but I said, you know what, I actually feel okay this week. Next week I feel I'll need it because on Tuesday the 30th it's not only is my Aunt Anne's funeral, but it's also what would have been Joe's 36th birthday. I can't believe that it'll nearly be a year in August that she hasn't been here. I'm sorry. That came out of nowhere. But also, I just wanted to give you a bit of a like prep update. I'll just hold you. Yeah, I wanted to give you a bit of a prep update because so I did my check-in yesterday, and I don't know, I can't remember if I've said to you in the vlogs, but I was kind of swithering about what to do about the BNBF, which was on the 8th of September. And when I'd done my check-in, I basically said to Meg, I don't know what you think, but I feel like I maybe don't want to do it because I feel like I could get on stage, but I wouldn't be 100% ready and I wouldn't feel comfortable. And basically she replied back and she agreed with me. She said that she was going to say to me about it as well. So we are now just like, we've scrapped the BNBF and we are now just full steam ahead for the UK DFBA, which is the show I've done before. It's down in Coventry. It's on the 6th, something like that. And then there's also the option of the Two Bros Natural show 2 weeks after that. My macros, like my calories and whatever, have been changed quite significantly. So things are getting real. And my cardio is still the same, so I'm going to go after this and do, it's 35 minutes on a pool day, which I'm going to do later on this evening. But my steps are now at 15k. Interesting. So we've got a good solid 12 weeks instead of like, I think it was like 49 days or something for the BNBF. And it has made me feel a lot better. Like, I know it will be tough, especially because, as I say, my macros have changed quite a bit, but I really want to, when I compare my photos from when I competed in 2022 and been on the UK DFBA stage, I want to like compare both photos side by side and be like, wow, I'm so proud of myself, I have made such a noticeable difference. Obviously to place higher would be amazing, but genuinely, like, because I know people sounded like wanky saying this, but when I placed, so I placed third before, and when I placed third, you'd think I had won the full thing. Like, I was so delighted. So to place higher than that now would be brilliant. And I'm not going to lie, like, I am kind of, because of the way I'm thinking, you can compete when you're older. Like, they have what's called masters classes, so that's generally people who are like 40 and older. And I don't know, I might do that. But in my head, I've kind of got like, this is like the last year that I'm going to compete for the next however long, because my next goal after this is to start a family, basically, with Lee. We don't have like a time scale on it. We want to be living together and stuff first, obviously, and but that's a whole other situation. But basically I just want to get my health into like an optimum place for that to happen, touch wood. But now I'm gonna go and take my CV burn and walk to the gym, because heaven knows I need to get these steps in now. I'll catch up with you at some point. I'm just the rest of today I'm just working on White Rabbit basically, so I'll probably do some more like sale work. Like, maybe I think I'll maybe start setting up the actual discounts and scheduling them to go live on the website. As I say, I'm gonna, oh, it's 11:11. Then I am training later. Bye. Cardio is done, posing is done. I'm now going to walk into town and I'm actually going to look for some fake tan, because I'm thinking if I got some fake tan I might look a bit better. Right, we are trying a completely different tactic with you, in that I am sitting you actually on the pad thing that the mount is sitting on, because when I was on Amazon, like, I don't even know why it was recommended to me, but it come up as like a little square pad that a lot of people put like their keys and their headphones and whatever on, and like on their dashboard to stop them sliding about. And I thought, well, it's a nice in focus, and I've only got one bar of battery. I was going to take you with me to, I'm going to train now, cannot be arsed if I'm honest. This is the first day of super low foods for me on a training day. Well, it's more than I would have on a rest day, but and God knows how much caffeine I'm on now, because obviously I've taken my CV bun this morning. I had a can of Monster when I was out a walk, well, like when I was walking back from the gym, and then got another one here. But I'm going to see how we get on with you balancing there, because if I can get a mat to work, then today I have, again, I think I jinxed myself, like I've spent the last couple of days of my period like thinking I actually feel alright. It's a full moon as well, but you know what, I feel okay. And then today has not been the one at all. Well, firstly, like I slept in this morning, I didn't sleep in, but do you know that way I've just felt like the day has already, I mean I can't believe it's 20 to 7. I've just kind of accepted that today, as I say, is not the one. And did I get any work done? No. Well, I got through some emails. I'd received a order from, pardon me, from one of my skincare stockists. So I got that processed in the sense that I like printed out the order, like sent off the invoice for it, printed out the order, which is always nice to get. And then I had all these plans of like doing more work on the sale stuff, but I didn't get that done. And I was going to process some more like coffee grounds, and I was going to do like the washing up. And is this person letting me out? Oh, hurry up. Cut me off. And I just intend to, I don't know how long my training's going to take. It's like I've noticed that my training is taking me longer and longer, and I need to, I think I mentioned, but I'm now on 15,000 steps a day. I'm on, I think, about 10, 11. I've built up a little bit, like I always do like a 10-minute walk on the treadmill before I start my training, and then like by the time I've like walked about the gym, and I'll have like kind of racked up some steps, but I'm kind of prepared to have to at the end of my training go on the treadmill again and finish them off. But when I get home, I'm literally just going to sort like my juice and that for the morning and get into bed, because there's absolutely no point in me. Well, I've tried to kind of set like a general rule for myself where I don't do any like work anymore, and like I never ever take my laptop into like the bedroom. Like I think I've only ever worked from my bed when I was like really ill once before. That was one corner test you managed to survive just about. But by the way, does anyone know how you stop saying M? Because it's a pain in the backside, especially when it comes to me having to edit. The amount of M's I have to edit out is just ridiculous. I'll say that again there. I really keep doing it. What was I saying there? Aye, I never take my laptop into the bedroom, and I'm very, like, I'm quite bad for like sitting on the sofa with my laptop, but I want to stop doing that, because I feel like the living room and the sofa should be like my chill area. And at the moment, if I'm not on the sofa, I generally work from the kitchen, because well, the office is an absolute riot, and also I don't know what it is, but I've never vibed with the office, like sitting in there. I don't know if it's the chair I've got and the battery's running out. Right, okay, I'll speak to you later when I'm home. Good morning. Welcome to Thursday in what feels like a madhouse. Mum is here. The cleaner is here. I need to go on a call in 15 minutes. It's to go over the results of the surveys that the consultant I am working with on kind of strategy. He actually interviewed 5 different people, so I'm really excited to hear how he got on. And our call is going to be about an hour and a half, so we will see how that goes. I think I'm just going to grab some food and go from there. I'm feeling a bit tired this morning, but onwards and upwards.
This is not just a well-positioned branding exercise that you've created a good brand on. One definitive answer on. I mean, you are part of this, and you have to be.
Well, you've said yourself from what you've spoken to these people that the people, they don't necessarily want like the kind of like professional like faceless brands. Like Well, that was unexpectedly lovely. So, I don't know if I've mentioned before, but I'm very lucky that I'm getting some consultancy help through Business Gateway and the local council. And this guy Ryan that I was on to is like a kind of strategy specialist. So he had conducted some interviews with some of our customers. I'd kind of contacted a random selection of them, and he wanted to get their feedback in terms of like why they buy the products, what they like about the company, why they wouldn't buy, blah blah blah. And so today's call was basically us just reviewing the results and going through basically what they'd said. And if I just actually show you, so he sent over, excuse the state of my laptop screen, so I was actually quite surprised by this. So he's listed like the primary drivers in terms of the kind of main results first. So most people say because they're natural, it works, which is obviously a good thing, like people agree that the products work. And I was quite interested that sustainable was down the bottom. He said it wasn't because of that people didn't think it was important, but it wasn't like the main reason as to why they ordered. Anyway, products mentions, some themes, blah 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 blah, and then down the bottom, so we've got like some quotes that people have said, like we can obviously use in marketing, but also they'd given like little messages directly for me, and it just means a lot. And I'm so lucky that people support me as much as they do, that they buy from me. I am now going to have something to eat because I'm starving. And then my original plan was, I've got my sports massage at 3 o'clock, and then I was going to go and do my cardio, but I think because I've got the off-peak membership, I don't know if I would get in at that time. So I'm actually maybe going to go and do my cardio before I go for my massage, and then do other stuff when I get home. And then I wasn't going to go to Glee Club tonight because, well, there was stuff that I wanted to get on with work-wise, but then Mum was like, I'll be the only one there. Because I think there's like football on tonight or something, and like my Aunt Trisha is going to football. I don't know. But I'm thinking what I'll maybe do is a walk round, because my steps are 2,600. Anyway, food next. So here we are in Tesco. Well, in Tesco car park at 10 to 5 on a Thursday afternoon. Because this is one of the benefits of being self-employed, is that I can come to Tesco and do my food shop at this time if I want to. And I'm really like grateful for how my day has turned around. So basically I have received 12 skincare orders today, a direct debit that was going to, I've also made some inquiries with, there is a girl that I follow on Instagram, she's Glasgow based. I've spoken about her before. She's Amy the Spiritual Scientist. I'm actually doing her Money Honey course at the moment. This is her, I don't know if you can see it, that's her Instagram. But she does, her page is really informative and interesting, but she does different like courses and different ways that you can work with her, and one of them is like a somatic release, not a course, but like I think you go for like an hour or something, somatic coaching. Using the somatic release method, clients will begin to feel their body and emotions to help dispel dysregulation. This is a gentle yet powerful practice. So I've filled out the inquiry form, and we're going to see if she gets back to me, if she approves of me, because apparently she doesn't always, like, she might think that there's people who aren't suitable to do it, basically. That's that. So I'm going to go in, because I've ran out of some stuff, and I was initially just going to, angel number 333. I've been getting all the angel numbers today, by the way. Look at, this is my list for today of the angel numbers. You know how normally I would do my food shop at the weekend? Well, I've decided I had to go in and get some bits because Jen's coming round tomorrow morning and I said I would make her breakfast and I need to get strawberries, and then I thought, why don't I just do my food shop today? Then I'm going to go home, have a shower, start on my setting up my discount codes for Sunday, and then I'm going to walk. I think I said earlier on I'm going to walk to Glee Club. It's quite a nice day actually, so let's go. Anyone else just sit in their car when they get home for ages, or is that just me? Right, if anyone ever invents a practical waterproof jacket, which is what this is, but that actually looks quite nice, can you let me know? Because this is just not a vibe. These feet. Oh, you're so handsome. I'm not petting that belly though. I do not want to get shredded. You are a bit damp. I know what it is about vlogging, but I always feel really awkward. I think it's like an international vlogging thing, that you always feel awkward talking to a camera, even though if someone was to FaceTime me, I'd happily walk down the street talking to my phone. But I am just walking back from the Park Hotel. As I was saying, I'm very glad for my waterproof jacket because on the way here, absolute downpour, and the streets were absolutely flooded. I got absolutely soaked. My trainers are squelching as I'm walking along here. But I just wanted to get home before it got too dark. So there was a football game on. If you don't know, if you're not from Kilmarnock, which I would imagine most of you are not, but the Park Hotel is within the grounds of Rugby Park, which is ironically given the name. It's home to Kilmarnock Football Club. There was a game on. It was the first leg of a European game or something. So it was very busy. But it was so nice because while we were in there, two guys that I was actually, I nearly said two boys, because I still think of them as boys, two guys that I was at school with, like we literally went through from like primary one all the way through, they come in, so I was having a kind of brief catch up with them, and they haven't really changed much. It was so nice to see them, and we were just talking about how I can't believe it'll be, well, that's a nice house. Can't believe it'll be a year in August since those passing. You know how when you're young and like time seems to, you say to a wee one, oh, we'll go and do that next week, and it seems like forever away. Now, time just flies by when you're getting older. But I was saying, like, I now don't, well, I think it's a privilege to get older. So, you know how people are like, oh my god, I'm turning 30. And, well, a lot of people don't have that. They don't get the chance to get older. So that's the way I'm looking at it. My friend Jen is coming round in the morning. I said I would make her breakfast after she's dropped Caleb off at his nursery, and then I think we're probably going to go a quick walk, get a coffee, and tea at some point.
Softer colours, but you can wear the whole palette.
This is Jen's colour palette. See, I need to get mine up. I'm an autumn.
Have a good day, guys.
Oh, sorry. I need to get the vlog footage. We can go now. I could choose to go and decide to train during my mid-afternoon dip when I probably should be having a nap. But I figured, because I've got Sam's PT at 5, and I figured well, I can't be bothered training today as it is. Then I thought, I really can't be bothered staying on after her PT to train. So I am just going to go in, get it done first, and then I can come home. I actually just really want to... Have I told you about the book I'm reading right now? Remind me to show you later. It is... it's life-changing. And I don't mean The Illusion of Money, I'm still reading it. I mean the fiction book that I'm reading. So it's called Never by Jessa Hastings, and it's about, obviously it's about like Neverland and Peter Pan, and it's Daphne Belle Beaumont Darling, it's a mouthful, who goes to... So that's Wendy Darling's granddaughter, who goes to...
Okay, now let's talk about money.
Sorry, Emma's messaged me about newsletters and I'm like, this is not... Right, I'm going to train legs. I'll tell you about my book later. Bye!
What's the occasion? Just a little
I am so tired right now.
tear-stained air mattress in the back of the van.
Do you know that when you're
Stand your reticence, Dr.
so
Cooper.
tired?
Size for the hard facts are. Occasionally we can
Oh,
shake
it's
the
9
man
o'clock
with
and I need to finish setting up
I don't care. It's different.
stuff.
I refuse to be trotted out and shown off like a prize.
I'm going to do the rest tomorrow though. I've actually got quite a bit to do this weekend, but we'll deal with that tomorrow. I am going to finish updating the product inventories. I'm just going to... I was doing it on my laptop, but for some weird reason it's really complicated to do it on the laptop, whereas I'll just do it on the app. Then I'm going to get into bed and I'm going to... I was going to say I'm going to finish my book, and it's not because I don't think I would be able to finish it, because I'm literally zooming... Sorry, this is bad light. I'm literally zooming through it. Remind me to show you when I get through there. It's the kind of book... It's the kind of book that reminds me why I love reading. Like, I feel like with the Throne of Glass books, I was kind of slogging my way through it because I was waiting for the moment that would make me be like, oh my god, I can see why everyone loves these. Still not had that. But the book I'm reading right now, which is Never by Jessa Hastings, it is like any given moment that I can read it, I want to read it. And it's that way I also don't want it to finish because... Well, I don't want it to finish because I could actually happily restart it again, which I might do if I'm honest. But also, I'm worried about how it's going to finish. But as I was saying, I'm going to read as much as I can, but I have a feeling I might fall asleep. So tired, my training earlier was like rubbish. I haven't even I couldn't be bothered training today, and then when I was training I was just going through the motions, everything felt really hard, it was one of those times where I almost felt like crying. And then I was reminding myself that I am choosing to do this, I am choosing to do this prep, I have a choice in absolutely everything. I'm going to get this done. I've got my this is the tea that kind of knocks me out. It is the Pucker Nighttime tea. Let's do my nails and get them done tomorrow. But it's got lavender and something else in it. Why is that? Why? There must be a setting that I have changed on this camera because I'm going through batteries like nothing else. Right. I'm going for the moment. I'll show you my work. Good morning. It's Saturday. I slept until 9:30 and it's now near enough 10:30 because I was finishing this. I forgot to show you it last night. So this is by Jessa Hastings, who wrote the Magnolia Parks books, which is kind of, I get the impression that it's like kind of Made in Chelsea type thing. And before reading this, I had no interest in Magnolia Parks. I know everyone was going on and on and on about how they're their favourite books and whatever else. And my batteries just jumped back up to 2 bars. How is that possible? Anyway, but when I was midway through reading this, because I loved her style of writing, and at times I was literally laughing out loud, and I mean, I tabbed. I don't generally tab books, but I started tabbing books because some of the like descriptions and things were so beautiful. So I ordered Magnolia Parks. Anyway, that's on the way. And I think I said to you last night, but I was scared to finish this book because number one, I didn't want it to finish because I was loving it so much. Like, it brought me, I think I said last night as well, like, it actually brought back the proper joy of reading. Like, you know, when you get so immersed in a story and you're desperate to read it. Like, I remember being when I was really young, like, I would literally, I would be waiting on mum running us to like school or the bus stop or whatever, and I would be like perched on like the sofa arm, like reading my book. Like, I would read it like any chance I got. And I felt like this with this book. Like, anytime I would sit down and I would see it, I'd be like, I'll just read like a page or two, and then about 3 chapters later I would still be reading it. So I didn't want to finish it because I didn't want it to end, but I also didn't want to finish because I was scared of how it was going to end. And right now I feel like that was justly so, because the ending, I'm actually a little bit disappointed in the ending, and I actually feel a bit heartbroken, which is testament to, and I'm actually getting upset, I'm getting upset about a book. It's testament to Jessa Hastings' writing style, because she's like evoking all these emotions, and like the emotions that Daphne went through, it's like I could feel it myself. And in some ways I can see why it ended as it did, and then it made me think, like, is it technically an open ending? Like, I'm hoping there'll be another book and there'll be more to this, because it wasn't like closed off as such. I do think there is more, to me, there's more that could be done with it. Am I disappointed? I feel a bit like flabbergasted. That's the right word. I'm like, what just happened there? What? I do know one thing. Initially, like before I got to the end, I would happily have started the book all over again. Like, up until the last few chapters, I like literally was in love with this book. Like, I could easily have started again. Right now, I could not start this again. Whether or not I'll ever read it again, I don't know. If they do come out, or if she comes out with another book, I'll probably reread it then, just as a refresher. But it's too raw. It's too raw. Oh, that is a sign of a good book though, when you get so invested in it. But now I'll need to choose what one. I'm not ready to start Kingdom of Ash yet. I can see it's looking at me up there. I think I'm going to read one more in betweeny one, and then I'll read that. See, this is what I mean. Why am I finding the Through the Glass books like a slog? Everyone else seems to be like whizzing through them and can't wait to get to the next ones, and I'm like, is it done yet?
That's why I have doubles, but we have Evocation, What the River
Will I
Knows.
pack you?
Then we have The Warm Hands of Ghosts, which looks really, really cool. Stung in the fall, I feel like the vibes are going to pair up really nicely. Directly under that shelf, we continue on my obsession with Stephanie Garber and the Once Upon a Broken Heart series.
We have got a new coffee creation. It is iced coffee, obviously. Iced coffee, sugar-free vanilla, almond milk, and I hope she's put sweetener in it.
Both for herself and his agenda and the fast approaching war. And not only do I think that it's just the dangers of amaranthus peace, but there are going to soon be issues by the western border. Short character analysis.
Right,
is desperate to
let's
cling
get my
to
nails
the
done.
familiar.
Hello, it's Mel.
Hello. Watch.
You are still here. I just brought you a coffee. How are you?
I've had too much caffeine. Maybe I won't see you the next time.
Amy's raging because she's not meant to be drinking coffee. And Baby's here! Nails are done and I am obsessed. So, funny story behind the nails. I have been coming to Be Beauty, which is Amy's company, and I've known Amy for, I want to say, maybe about 15 years now. And I distinctly remember sitting in one of her old, the building that she was in, I mentioned wanting a French manicure, and she was like, no way, they're so like old fashioned, blah 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 blah. And then this morning, or earlier, Hayley was doing Amy's toes, and Amy was like, I think I want a French, and I nearly fell off my seat because I was like, what? So then, because Amy's got it, I got French on my toes and French on my nails, and I love them. I think they look really clean and nice, and I'm just excited. So it's now about 3 o'clock. It's a beautiful day. I'm so glad I've got my meals with me because I'm starving. I think I'm actually maybe going to go and park down at Beach Harbour. And my steps, I've only done about 13,000 to go. So I might go for a little walk. I kind of wish it wasn't a nice day and then I wouldn't feel guilty about being inside.
Usually, I just buy like the cheapest chair I can find.
It's like a billion degrees out, but let's go and do the do. And a billion degrees inside. The best thing happened. I had put up a story. Guys, I'm really not okay after finishing this book. I have been thinking about it all day. And I've been googling if there's going to be more. Please tell me there's going to be more, Jessa. Please tell me. And then she replied back to my story and said there's going to be 3 more. Best day ever. And then when I got home, look what has been delivered. So Mongolia Parks, this is the original UK cover. And then the second one, which is Daisy Hates. I'm not going to start these right now. Number one, because I can't take the emotional turmoil, because I actually saw a video of a girl sobbing her heart out after reading Daisy Hates. After reading Never, I'm not ready for that right now. My milk's curdled. I wanted a cup of tea. What was I saying there? Plus, I don't really want to start another series right now. So I need to go through my giant pile of books and decide. Oh god, this is not a good colour. Decide what I want to read. First world problems, eh? But right now I need to have something to eat because I'm feeling that kind of horrible way. And I still need to go for a shower. I need to create a new website banner. My lashes done tomorrow. They're not the worst I've ever been, but went with this one. 3 hours to go. Welcome to the mess that is my office. I need to decide what book I'm reading tonight. These are all books that a lot of them, some of them are kind of spread over. I need to sort through, I need to watch my last book haul video actually to remind myself of what ones I have bought and what one are already hauled, and then what ones I want to do, because I want to do a kind of a bookish based video when I'm going to sort out this whole mess. I'm going to clean and build this bookcase, do a book haul, blah blah blah. As I say right now, I want to try and pick one, because I'm going to read one more book before I read Kingdom of Ash. These are a couple that I've got from, I think it's a Lumicrate boxes maybe, of my TBR cart, but as I say, I want to redo it again. I will list, but then it's one of 3 and I don't really want to read a series. Oh, right. Let's see. This is an option. This is also an option. The joys of having a small business. I've already been up this morning. What time are we at now? 8:30 or something. I started hearing the orders pouring in because of the sale, which is brilliant, and I'm currently sitting watching people live on the website. But then I noticed when I was looking through some of the orders, people were getting like toners for free, like 100% off. So I was like, that's not right. When I was setting up the discount the other night on the app thing, and rather than 20% off, I had set it for 100% off, so I had to, luckily there was only a few of them, so I went back through those people and cancelled them off and then emailed them, so hopefully that'll placate them, and I've amended the discount. Also, a lovely customer had emailed me and said that the subscriptions were still using, so people could get subscription discount and the discount on the website. Right, I now need to go and do my posing, check in quickly, and then I need to go and do my cardio, and then I'm getting my lashes done. I'm getting deja vu. I'm back because I need to do another 20 minutes.
Put your hand up on.
You've got a wee bit of something on you.
A wee bit.
I'm doing that thing of doing everything at once when I shouldn't, and then it's stressing me out. I've got this going on. I've got making a cup of tea. I've got vegan chicken pieces cooking. I've got my ice bath filling up. And I need to make sure 112, and we've still got to go till midnight. Each to their own. I can't believe I'm now sitting at 124 orders. I am just on to say good night and love you and appreciate you watching the videos as always, and I'll see you in the next one. Hopefully this time this footage won't be corrupted. I don't know what happened to my last vlog, but there was a big chunk of it missing from the beginning, if you remember. But I'll see you soon. Bye.